Not quite sure. Mariners pitcher James Paxton was pretty calm about this yesterday. CC, how would you react? If it was 3rd and long, and you're getting ready, and they're about to the play ready, and a bald eagle lands
I'm no thrill seeker. I'm not good around any type of animals, pets, or anything. But
pets or otherwise.
This is Minneapolis. I mean, he would have landed on me. He would have known who I was. He know I'm straight up there. The people like me up there.
He would have come to an
This is in Target Field.
I gotta say, this guy's composure here is remarkable. Anyone seen a bald eagle's claws before? The talons is probably the better word to use. And what would have happened? Because bald eagles are protected species now. What would have happened if he would have had a very human reaction?
He'd be in jail.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that to a bald eagle.
No, you would have been in bad shape, though. Bald eagles, they don't mess around.
That's what I'm saying. So that was unbelievable. By the way, listen, bird handler guy.
I was just going to say,
Come on. You got to do your job. What does Belichick say? Do your job.
He had to run and get him. He landed in the outfield. He wasn't supposed to land right there.
No, he wasn't. He was not supposed to land.
All right, moving on. You can never turn off a Cavs game when they're down 17 points in the 4th quarter and LeBron is on the team. Cavs and Wizards and oh so much LeBron. Cleveland trailing by 17 with just over 7 minutes to play on head coach Ty Lue's first night back from sick leave. LeBron said he wanted Ty Lue to get the win. So LeBron single-handedly picked up the rest of his team, threw them on his back, and said, I'm going to win. He did just that. He scored 13 of his 33 in the 4th quarter. You know, average night for LeBron. Cavs have now won 10 of their last 11. Here is the King after the game on his mentality in the 4th quarter.
Well, you know it's time on the clock. So, you know, I don't have a quit bone in me. You know, so if I'm on the floor, I got to try to make plays happen no matter what the score is. And, you know, it's just my mindset.
With the way LeBron was so instrumental in that 4th quarter comeback, what's there left to say about what he's done this season?
Stop point shaving the first 3 quarters. About to give me a heart attack, man. Like, just if you play like that from the jump, we win by 20-something.
All right, CC, how are the Cavs able to pull off a huge comeback win? And first of all, welcome back and congratulations to Ty Lue, who was out sick and was going through a lot in his personal life, so it was nice to see him back.
Yeah, Nick, game 79?
Game 79.
Game 79, they start their 29th different starting lineup this season. So how did they do it? I mean, the only thing that's been the constant, the only reason why he's played every game, he's been healthy. But also, the Cavs have need. It's about LeBron James. Now, other players starting to get more familiar, starting to play in more pressure situations and making shots, but they can't do that. If you watch the highlight of Cleveland, I have never seen Cleveland nor Miami or Cleveland the first time where LeBron James can drive down the lane. Now, his ball handling is better than it's ever been in his career. His overall shooting, and definitely shooting from distance, 3-point range, is better than ever. But the type of talent that they do have on the court, it makes you have to spread the court. Like, this team is made for LeBron James at this point in his career that he can be spectacular. With him being the primary ball handler in their offense, it makes him as dangerous or more dangerous than any point in LeBron's career. So I think the way the team's evolved, where the first trade didn't work, Kyrie bringing IT and those couple other players, but this second trade, how LeBron has become the dominant ball handler, in the court being open because they have 4 other shooters. Man, this is LeBron James and how they have, as a team, found their own role within the team, and having those shooters allows him to be able to play the way. But LeBron is playing at a level that is really special, and it doesn't happen. It does not happen unless you have the shooters where you can space the court.
He's first in the league in minutes. He's first in the league in points. He's second in the league in assists. He's second in the league in triple-doubles. He's in year 15. He's played all 79 games. Before we get to LeBron, I want to give you credit for something, though. You the other day said, Nick Wright, you were right about the Cavs. And I'll say, Chris Carter, you were right about Jeff Green. Early this year, you said, I think Jeff Green's a major addition. I thought Jeff Green was not going to be in the rotation.
I really thought that he was underrated, and I thought based on, because to me, he's a form of Shane Battier when he played with LeBron.
Man, if he can be that, and remember, Shane Battier did hit 6 threes in a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. If he can be anything close to Shane Battier, it is an excellent move for them. The reason I'm bringing up Jeff Green is because they announced yesterday he's going to be the starting lineup moving forward. They're going to go with an offensive skewed lineup. Kevin Love at the center, LeBron and Jeff Green at the forward spots. We'll see about the guard positions where they have had Rodney Hood will be the 2 most likely, and George Hill, when he gets healthy, will be the 1. I want to go micro and then macro. The micro on last night is what we saw last night was unprecedented for LeBron. He never had a 16-point comeback in the final 6 minutes, fourth quarter in his career. He's had those situations going into last night 152 times. He was 0 and 152. The league as a whole this year, 463 times. A team was down by at least 16 with 6 minutes remaining. Those teams were 2 and 461 until what happened with the Cavs last night. It's insane.
That's nuts.
And LeBron, of course, was the maestro from the beginning, was controlling everything, whether it was through passing or through scoring. But I think we can now sit here and definitively say one thing, at least one thing about this Cavs team. This Cavs team, which is going to win 50 games, which if they go 3-0 the rest of the way, will win more games this year than they did last year. And when you consider the Kyrie trade and the fallout from that.
Yeah, there's no number we can put on it, but at least twice as much, 3 times as much distractions and lack of chemistry with injuries and everything else.
And so I think we can say this without any question. The Cavs, which are going to be, at worst, the 4 seed, probably the 3 seed in the East, the favorites right now to make the NBA Finals. If you were to replace LeBron James with any other player in the league, that includes Durant, that includes Harden, that includes Steph, this team, which is the favorite to win the East, would not be a playoff team. Let's look. Think about what's happening with KD and those couple other All-Stars. They just got whooped by Indiana.
Yes.
You ask anyone else in the league, and I will venture to say nearly anyone else, any other perimeter player in the history of the league, short of maybe Michael Jordan. Get this team with these injuries, with this drama, to 50-plus wins. Go try it. I want to see them do it. Like, that is, and I know LeBron's not going to win the MVP. And by the way, if I had a vote, I'd vote for James Harden because you know what? He should get an MVP. But when you have an all-time player having one of his all-time best offensive seasons with everything swirling around them, and then once again this week snatch Toronto's soul again, snatch Washington's soul, make Scott Brooks have a nervous breakdown on the sideline. Like, this is one of the reasons the Cavs have dominated this conference, because these other teams know he can do that whenever he wants to.
Because the Cavs didn't win last night. LeBron won last night. When LeBron decided he was going to pull it out, LeBron pulled it out. But I'm going to ask you 2 questions that I just wonder if you have to factor in or thinking about heading to the postseason. One, their defense, which all I hear about from you guys who are far greater basketball minds than I am is that when they're ready, they can just turn it on. Like, today's Wednesday, no defense. Thursday, we'll have defense and we'll turn it on for a long series. And number 2, is there any concern about the fact that their third option is going to be a different name almost every night? That you can't rely on having a third guy. If you're going to rely on Kevin Love, you have your LeBron James or Kevin Love, who that third person's going to be.
And it's based on being in the East. And it's not to try to criticize the East, but there's no great offensive teams in the East. The East is run different, the offenses are different, and the talent is different than the West. The firepower that Houston has, the firepower that Portland has, the firepower that Golden State has, it's not. So the defensive part of the Cavs, it will be okay until they got to the finals. Now, as far as the other players playing well, LeBron is playing like himself plus a half a man. So I'm going to tell you, my math is all we need is Kevin Love and half of one of those other guys to show up, and then we have our 3 superstars. But LeBron, where he is right now, being at his offensive best that we have seen him, that is more than enough to get through Toronto, Philadelphia, Washington, Boston. Like, that's more than enough. So that's what we're going to see in the playoffs.
And by the way, I know people like say, well, it'd be different if we were out west. It would be different to play Golden State or Houston. This Cavs team, as presently constituted, would not lose to Portland or Utah or San Antonio or Minnesota. Any of the teams, by the way, that Golden State or Houston are going to have to go through.
And for full disclosure, Houston would not want to play the Cavs in a 7-game series that wasn't the NBA Finals. Golden State, if they were in the West with LeBron. Golden State. They wouldn't say, hey, you know, sign me up for them in the semifinals.
Not now they wouldn't.
No. And so to Cece's point, or to your question about the third star, what we do have, and you saw it again last night, you see it basically every game LeBron's engaged, which has been every game since the start of February, he is putting guys in their best position to succeed. Jeff Green's only a good three-point shooter from one spot on the court, so LeBron is setting him up in that spot on the court. He is putting guys in their best position to succeed. As far as the defense, we have never seen a team in NBA history win a championship with a defense as bad as this one. We also have never seen a team with as much talent as what the Golden State Warriors have, and the Rockets are approaching all-time win records as far as top 20 in the history of the league. I say that, say this. The defense is going to have to get a lot better come 2 weeks in June. Yeah. Right now, though, it's plenty good to dominate the folks that have been playing.
Another great week, you guys.
Another great week. You got to give Jenna some credit because Jenna and LeBron got this in common.